So, apparently there's a couple of levels left. Starting with a food run. I wonder if these are just like bonus fun levels, or if these are absolutely horribly difficult. We haven't gotten the actual credits roll yet, so I'm guessing these are just continuation. I wonder, is Cortex going to be the final boss after all? Because I was really sure that it was going to be Entropy.
You said it, Crash.
We got a woe.
After we've explored. Now, which way are the food trucks?
Crash had woe. So yeah, we beat Entropy in the last episode and or stream, and now we're still playing. So, what gives? I'm totally fine, but I'm confused. I thought Entropy was going to be the final boss. Both. We killed both. Spoiler, I guess. There's two, which came out of fucking nowhere. Just randomly. Oh yeah, there's a second one. There's a second Entropy. I've been calling him Entropy, by the way. I noticed today while uploading, or well, not uploading the videos. I haven't uploaded the last couple of videos yet. In the last couple of videos, I mean, I haven't uploaded anything past episode 12, and we've got like 34 episodes ready. But I was making the thumbnails, and I noticed how I was calling him Entropy. Well, it definitely is Entropy. Because the whole thing is that it's like his name is supposed to be Entropy. So I don't like this mask, by the way. I do like this level. Oh, no. Damn it. Welcome to Crash Lost World. We did have a level last time which reminded me a lot of all the places to land. Which reminded me a lot of Sonic Colors. So the comparison is kinda not that bad, all things considered. But the difference is that this game actually plays well, unlike Lost World, because that game is absolute trash. And if you like it, I'm sorry, you're just wrong. It's literally Crash Lost World, so you know the final boss. Wait. Really? So we're going to be fighting Cortex after all. I have trash taste. If you like Lost World, I'm sorry to break it to you, you kind of do, yeah. Because that is a bad game. It's not the worst Sonic game out there, but that doesn't say much. Because there is a shit ton of really bad Sonic games out there. Lost World is just not actually offensive, but still just kind of bad, in my opinion anyway. But my opinion is fact around here, as you know. So, okay, so we are using all the masks in one single level here. So I'm expecting, this is going to go horribly wrong, I'm expecting the other levels to be the other characters. This is fun, however. You like Sonic 06? No, you don't. Nobody likes Sonic 06. It's got decent music, I'll give it that, but nobody likes Sonic 06. Unironically, anyway. Are we actually? I forgot that I had the Dark Matter power for the entire time there. Wow. It looked like we might actually get a box. He almost died. Oh, this is gonna be absolutely horrible. No. What is that? I'm not gonna let you be. If you like Sonic 06, you can I don't know what you can do. I was going to say go fuck yourself, but that seems a bit harsh for like in a video game. Then again, we are on the internet. That's how the internet deals. The upside down thing is, again, I've said it before, I'll say it again, it is so disorienting. I do not like it. Because surely this is what I have to do, but then what? Can I just like... No. Oh, yeah, I can. Kinda. No. That might be an easier way of doing it. Shit. It honestly might be... it might be a quicker way to do it. If that... We don't talk about that. The length of the game seems about right to me. Ignoring the bonus side story levels. Yeah, they just don't grab onto the wall run there very well. If I run out of lives, we're going to go into modern mode just for the rest of the stream because I can't be fucked with losing this many lives anymore. So yeah, ignoring the... Fuck! The bonus levels, I think it has roughly the same amount of levels any other Crash game would have. Maybe a bit more. The levels themselves seem to be a bit longer. But my playing so badly does make it seem like they're actually even longer than they are, which... They're definitely longer, because they also have a lot more boxes, and the boxes aren't necessarily, like... a lot down... I don't like this. I think it isn't necessarily the length that is the issue in this game. I think the main issue in this game is... Oh my god, that's weird. The main issue in this game... no. The main issue in this game isn't necessarily the length. It's mostly the pacing. Because there isn't any well-defined structure like in Crash Bandicoot 1. We had 2 islands. We went through an island, then into another island, and that was it. Now we have a lot of very small little islands, which makes for a lot more variety. But isn't necessarily conducive to like having the game feel properly paced, even though the game itself doesn't change at all. It's just the way it's presented to you. That's why I like the warp rooms in Crash Bandicoot 2, 3, and even Wrath of Cortex a lot. Because it's just 5 levels, you do them in whatever order you want, you beat a boss, and you go to the next warp room. I kind of miss that, personally. And again, as I said, it definitely is also... If your main reference for like this game is my playthrough of it so far, I will have to add the fact that having replayed some levels off screen and even in inverted mode, playing the levels even for the second time, they are so much quicker. Like, they don't take 20 minutes anymore, they take 5. Maybe a little, like 7 sometimes, right? Where Crash Bandicoot 1, 2 and 3 levels would probably take you like 3 to 5 minutes. These will take you 5 to 7 minutes. At least me at the moment. Then again, I still haven't practiced them a lot. I felt like I spun there, apparently I didn't. So maybe once I practice the game a bit more, the level lengths won't be as different as they are now compared to the original trilogy. But again, they definitely feel like that was quick. It definitely feels like the levels are longer. Just by the virtue of there being 2 to 3 times as many boxes in every level as well. I don't think that is the issue. I think the amount of levels is actually... I'm gonna die. I think the amount of levels is great as well. The issue is the way it presents the levels in like the batches. Well, for lack of a better term, you should be able to jump over that. For lack of a better term, the worlds, they seem very arbitrary. They don't even all end with a boss fight, so why even have a different world at that point, right? That kind of stuff. I don't know why they decided to do it the way they did it, and I don't necessarily agree with the way they did it. But at the end of the day, that is not a very important part of like the overall game, right? If we're just like looking at the game quality-wise, yeah, it feels like it could drag a bit, and it feels... At any given point, you don't know how far you are into the game. And I talked about this a little bit before as well. But you get the first 2 masks really quickly. Then you don't get a mask for a while. And then you get the last mask pretty quickly as well. And you don't get to use this last mask too much either, which actually is kind of a good thing, because it's a very uninspired mechanic. Not to say that it's necessarily badly implemented. It's implemented fairly well in the couple of levels that it's used, except this one, because fuck this level. Or at least the part where we just died so much. Fuck that part. But by and large, I am positive on the game, I'd say. Even though my review has a lot of complaints in it as of right now. It also has a lot of positives, and I think, like, it's easier to, like, it's easier to talk about the things that don't work and why they don't work than talking about things that work, because if things work, you're just like, yeah, that works, that was fun. Now let's move on to what doesn't work and why it doesn't work. Let's analyze that, and what, like, could make that potentially, that's my bad. And what could make that better, because if something's already good, you just mention it and move the fuck on. So my review seems maybe a little bit more negative than my feelings are towards the game. You'll see later this week, hopefully, when that review goes up. I still need to finish writing it, of course, because that's going to be rough. Because I haven't finished playing the game yet, and I don't want to... I've written about 2,000 words of it right now, and that was bad. And there's still a couple paragraphs I know I need to write. And some paragraphs maybe that I don't yet know that I still need to write. So it's probably going to be about like 3,000 or so words long, which means it's going to be, at least for my usual length of videos, it's going to be a fairly lengthy review. But that's because there's a lot to say about this game in quite a lot of detail, admittedly, as well. So there is that. And that was real fucking bad on my part. Why didn't that... Okay, so that does explain the other things. Anyhow, let's look back at chat, because I've been ignoring that for a while, just ranting. Not a bad game that the thing is long, just the pacing is off. Yep, exactly. For comparison's sake, it's like doing 2 Disney Worlds and Kingdom Hearts without conclusion in the world. It depends which Kingdom Hearts. Because, honestly, it feels like... I don't know if I necessarily agree with that comparison. I get what you mean. And that is true. But I also feel like the worlds are fairly arbitrary in this game as is. Why didn't I get a double jump there? I didn't have any problems with this section before. What the hell is going on? Maybe I'm just paying too much attention to the actual gameplay. Let's just not pay too much attention to the gameplay, and let's just go through this like easy way. See, right now I'm not having any troubles anymore. Oh, that's going to be an issue. Let's What are the actual bosses? Engine, Embryo, and Cortex and Entropy. Entropy. It's Entropy, not Entropy. Yeah, and then presumably Cortex again, right? At the end of this, though knowing this game, there might not be a final boss after Entropy. That wouldn't surprise me. I'm assuming that just because it is a Crash Bandicoot game and Cortex is the main villain, there's still going to be a final Cortex fight after all this, but there might not be, I don't know. They do seem to be going a little bit more of the Twin Sanity route with the villain and Cortex here, so maybe there's no Cortex fight anymore. But yeah, there's not a lot of bosses, and again, it's not... The amount of stuff that's here in the game isn't that different, all things considered. Damn it! Isn't that different, all things considered, to other Crash Bandicoot games? It's just... In Crash 1, we didn't really have worlds, we just had bosses thrown into the world map. But the world map wasn't split up into separate worlds, like it is here. There was a first island and a second island, but that was literally just because there wasn't enough room on the map to get all the levels on one island. They would be very, like, way too busy on the map. So that was just a necessity because of that, I feel, anyway. Here they do decide to go into different worlds, but the worlds don't really have much meaning all the time. Okay, please, just give me the double Aku Aku. I accept that I'm a bit of a bitch boy for wanting it, but at this point, I just want to get over this section. I don't know why I'm having such a difficult time with it at this point, because I didn't before. As a matter of fact, I think I didn't even really use a dark matter power at this spot before, but who knows. I think what they wanted to go for is not being too formulaic with... Oh, that's how you do that. That makes a lot of sense. They probably didn't want to be too formulaic with doing one mask per world. And I understand that. But at the same time, you're still being very formulaic with... Let me focus here for a moment. What? Oh, there. Oh, that was very close. You're still being very formulaic, even more so than you used to be. With the... Wait, what? Turns out this obstacle actually not that difficult. With the gems. The gems are very formulaic now, because you have the same amount of gems with the same goals in every single level. Which is okay, but that means the argument we didn't want the game to feel too formulaic with the... Oh, that's gonna be a rough time! Wait. Wait, what? That's gonna be a tricky situation. That's what I was gonna say. Because you can't make this jump like this, like at all. You just literally cannot make that jump. How many boxes are in there? 38. That means that after this we are pretty much at the end of the level. No, no, okay, let's just kill ourselves because at this point, who gives a shit, right? Well, I think not being formulaic isn't the motive, because if that was the motive, they would have done a lot of things very differently. And I don't know what the game wants me to do here. Okay, that's what they want me to do. Still, it's a dangerous game to be playing. That wasn't actually too bad. But then what? Oh, you need to be... at that side. You need to be at the other. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad for a bonus level. We're actually going to get a box jam here. Which is... okay, it's going to take a while, but we're going to get it. We're going to get it. You have a good time recording your stuff. I'm going to probably only get the box jam for this level, frankly, because why would I even bother with all the other levels after this, since they're probably not crash levels anyway? Oh, that is a okay, so that is more difficult than it looks like at first glance, but we can still do it. Again, we have like 60-ish boxes to go, 59. About 40 of which are in here, so there's no way that this level is lasting very much longer than it has so far. Ah, that is... Okay. 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 So for the rest of this episode, I'm just going to be saying okay until I can get this. Because I know that I can, and I will. And that is going to be a bad time for me. Unless it's not, it's not. Wow. That was... the worst jump in the history of jumps. Was. At this pace, I'm not going to finish the game even today. I was thinking maybe we can even, after I finish the final boss, again, presuming there is another final boss, we can maybe even do like a time trial or two, but at this pace, that ain't happening. Fuck. Last attempt. At least last attempt if we don't make any more progress. Because this has been kind of pathetic so far. And I don't care that much about box jams because we've gotten like one so far in our playthrough and it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so that was just stupidity. That didn't count. That one didn't count. This one is gonna count. Yeah, this is gonna be an issue. How? That is such a tight jump, and you don't have time to like line it up properly either. Even with a slowdown time thing, you really don't have enough time. But I did just figure out that, okay, I know I said last attempt. I know I did. But the game's got me. They've stockholed me into this bonus level. See, here, I'm gonna complain about Dino Dash again. In comparison to Dino Dash, here every time I fail, it's me failing. And just like that, I failed horribly. In Dino Dash, I didn't feel like it was me failing. I felt like it was the game shoving a brick wall into my face rather than me running into a brick wall, if that makes any sense. Seems like a very small difference, but there is a not insignificant difference between the two of those. And I don't know, I panicked. I don't know what to say. I just panicked because I'm like, I pressed that triangle button way too early. It's not gonna, like the timing is gonna be all fucked up. And admittedly it would have been, but maybe it would have still been possible. Heck if I know. Probably would have been. I don't know how I managed to do that. I just come out and say it. I don't know how I managed to do that. You know what? Sure. Use the TNT. But if not... If that's not it, then how? Is it really just that tight of a... Again, this is really, honestly, truthfully, the last attempt. It's mostly that I'm just... I was sure I had found out what the game wants me to do, but then it looks like maybe that's not the case after all. And I am just very confused about the whole situation. There's only one thing that I can think of, and that is I get less of a boost from those crates in slow-mo mode because they don't bounce back up by the time I jump off them. That would be very stupid as a mechanic, but could be the case, so let's give it a try. Nope, that's not it. Wait, do I have to wait for the nitro box to jump up? We're not doing that. Fuck that. Okay. We're only getting the box jam here. Tough luck. But that is not... I'm not going to say that's bullshit, but it's not going to be something that I pursue right now. So let's count how many boxes these are. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Panic buttons. Panic buttons all over the place. I need to learn to stop doing that, because it ends up saving me like 1 out of 10 times, and the other 9 out of 10 times it screws me over even more. Just give me the Aku Aku. Just don't be a bitch and give me the Aku Aku. I mean, I know that giving me the... asking for the Aku Aku even is... it's pretty much making me the bitch here. But I'm just done. I'm just kind of done. And it's not that the game isn't good. It's a good game. I'm not done with the game because it's bad, like you might imagine. That works so much better. It's just... I get it at this point, right? Okay, so that's how that works. That's an interesting combination of powers. And actually, a lot of fun. Okay, I am no longer done. Because I appreciate this. I do not appreciate that, however. Actually, going through this again, but with a bit like of a better understanding of how the wall running mechanics work. That was great. That was great. And that is a really cool skin, but you need 10 gems in total out of the 12 to get it.